Hello, this is Hariharan Iyer, the entertainer, and I welcome you to this course on dealing with adversity. Deal with it, don't reel under it. Basically, that's the message of this course, dealing with adversity. It's one of those very important areas in our life to learn to deal with, because you never know, life being uncertain, any kind of adversity can hit us at any point of time. In this course, I'm just going to share some ideas with you, which will be like a guiding post for you to deal with different kinds of adverse situations in life. Essentially, we're going to look at three areas. What is adversity? What are the coping strategies? And how you can make adversity into an opportunity. So welcome once again to this course on dealing with adversity. So, welcome to section 1. What is adversity and what are the different types of adversities that one can probably come across in life? Adversity is essentially a very adverse or a very unexpected situation that one has to deal with or face in life. It could be related to grief. It could be related to a sudden loss in a job or a sudden slump in a business, whatever. A sudden collapse in a relationship. So there could be various situations that can create adversity in our life. It essentially calls upon drawing a lot more of the inner strength than normally, or the inner reservoir of energy than normally that we would be kind of called upon to draw, right? So that's what adversity is, because it upsets your balance in life. Now, when you look at the types of adversities, it could be physical, psychological, emotional, professional, it could be environmental, it could be financial, it could even be spiritual. In December 2017, President Ramnath Kovind warned of a potential health epidemic in India, with 10% of its 2.3 billion strong population having suffered from one or more mental health problems. Now, this is a very important, critical, developing area in terms of health, which is mental health. Because in India, we have this, maybe in many other societies also, we have this problem of not acknowledging mental health issues, not seeking out counselors, not seeking out people to go and talk to. And it is an area it is a kind of health issue which is rapidly picking up, because given the kind of challenges that people are undergoing today, the kind of pressures that people are under, the kind of stress that they experience, maybe a certain level of loneliness has also set into people's lives. So mental health is one very big area of adversity that people are experiencing today. And being on health, another factor which can also cause health problems is our emotions. It's many people experience a kind of guilt. Many people experience anger, frustration, envy. They have challenges of overcoming problems from their past. So that creates a lot of bottlenecks within. So these can also lead to having an impact on our physical health also. So ultimately, our physical health is a reflection of our mind and our emotions. So having kind of got a brief overview of what is adversity and the kind of adversities that people experience in life, let us now look at in the second section on coping strategies. Okay, in this section, let us look at coping strategies. The first thing to do when you are facing an adverse situation is to ask for help. When in trouble, ask for help. You and me cannot fight all our battles all by ourselves. We are not God. We are just human. One of the very important things to understand and critical things to understand in life is that we all are vulnerable at various points of time in our life. And when you feel vulnerable, what you do is acknowledge that vulnerability, keep your ego aside, acknowledge that there is a challenge that you're facing, there is a problem. So what I need to do is I need to seek out somebody and I need to ask for help. I should not become my own worst enemy. So when in trouble, ask for help. Second is practice happiness. Life can be very tough sometimes, and it can really put a demand on you in terms of your ability to try and be happy in life. But our core nature is of happiness. It is not that it's impossible to be happy in life. It is possible to be happy in life. In fact, that is our core nature. But yes, life takes a toll sometimes. There are challenges that we experience, and somewhere the happiness gets covered with a lot of other kind of issues or challenges or other kinds of emotions. So the one thing to do is to try and be happy all the time. Practice happiness. Happiness is not something which always comes very naturally to us. What is important is though it is a natural phenomena, but it may, because of the kind of lives we may be leading and the situations we may find ourselves in, it becomes important to kind of keep reminding ourselves that I need to be happy and try and practice happiness. And I always say this, that don't make happiness expensive and success cheap. Happiness is not expensive. It is just a question of taking initiative. It's about finding your happiness in the small things of life, not looking for happiness in the bigger things. We confuse that. The bigger things like a lot of money, success, position, status, they are all related to success. They are not related to happiness. For happiness, you need time to spend with your friends, with your family. Find happiness in doing the small things in life. So find ways to keep yourself happy all the time. So practice happiness. Third is the attitude of gratitude. Practice the attitude of gratitude. We all face problems in life, but we need to understand that there is always somebody in this world who has a problem bigger than ours. There is always an adversity bigger than ours. There is always a grief or a challenge or a tragedy bigger than ours. And it's absolutely essential to be grateful all the time. There are a lot of good things that happen to us in our life. We need to count our blessings. Yes, not everything goes well in our life. We need to take it as it comes, find those coping strategies, but not give up gratitude and we should not give up gratitude, the feeling of gratitude, and we should try and not become bitter. We should not become bitter in life. The fourth is build deep emotional awareness. It's very, one of the important things in life is to be aware about your emotions, because your emotions play a big role in the way they shape our personality and also the way they impact our physical, emotional, and our mental health. So try and develop positive emotions. Now, when I say positive emotions, I mean try to be happy, love yourself, lead life with childlike enthusiasm, be grateful, search for a sense of meaning and purpose in life. And I think that's something which is very critical. Have a self-acceptance, accept yourself the way you are. Do not be harsh on yourself. Nobody is perfect in this world. And we are all on a journey. We are trying to learn something. Try and practice serenity. And be aware of what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're feeling. It's important to have a very high level of self-awareness, because then you will know exactly what are your strengths and what are your areas of vulnerability where a certain level of sorting out is required. Fifth is live life with a sense of purpose. Know that the work that you do, the kind of person that you are making this world a better place. We all are making our little contributions in our life. Let's acknowledge that. Let us not compare our contributions with other people's contributions. Let's not think we're doing anything small or big. Whatever we are doing, it is of some significance. As long as we're doing things which are morally, ethically, legally correct. right? And as long as we are serving society, as long as we have the feeling that I should do good to people. So lead life with a sense of purpose. Purpose is about being a giver. What is that I can give to make this world a better place? What is that? Purpose is something which drives me beyond my normal existence, my normal circle of duty. It goes beyond. Purpose is where I treat this whole world as a family, and I feel I must make a contribution in my own little ways to make this world a better place. Read good books. I mean, it's one of the most incredible habits to have in life. It's one of the most incredible things that you can do in life. One of the most empowering things that all of us can do in life is to read good books. Many people can find solutions to their problems by reading good books. You can get clues, and it's not about problem solving. That's not the reason why you should be reading books. That's just one of the reasons. The main reason you should be reading books is it's enriching. It develops your mind. And apart from physical development, what is extremely important is mental development, and that comes through reading. It broadens your horizons. It expands your canvas. You have so much more amazing content which you can use in your conversations. So read good books, and read 6 pages a day. If you don't have time, people are very busy, I can understand. I'm sure you can read 6 pages a day, 6 to 10 pages a day. In a month, you would have read about 200 to 300 pages. And that means you've completed at least 1 book in the month, which means you and me can easily read 12 books in a year. So develop the reading habit. Practice meditation. Be mindful. Practice mindfulness. Be in the present. Don't get carried away. Don't think too much about what needs to happen in the future. Don't dwell too much upon what's happened in the past. Learn from the past. Look forward to the future, but be in the present. That's what mindfulness is all about, being in the present. And you can acquire this quality by practicing diligent meditation, daily meditation. If you don't know to meditate, please seek out a meditation teacher. There are many good courses which are available around you, and learn to meditate. At least meditate 10 to 15 minutes a day. When you get up in the morning, before you get to work, see if you can invest 15 to 20 minutes in being with yourself, completely with yourself. Cut yourself away from the environment. Just be with yourself, and that can be achieved beautifully through meditation. So these are some of the coping strategies. To quickly summarize: when in trouble, ask for help. Don't fight all your battles yourself. Practice happiness. Practice the attitude of gratitude. Build deep emotional awareness. Live life with a sense of purpose. Read good books. Practice meditation. And in section 3, we will look at how you can make adversity into an opportunity. Okay, in this section, let's look at the various kinds of adversities and how each adversity presents an opportunity. So, for example, let's begin with physical adversity. Physical adversity, somebody could probably be experiencing a health issue. So the opportunity there is to go back, reflect, and take corrective measures so that you continue to enjoy better health in the days to come, in the years to come. In case somebody is unfortunately carrying a disability, I know a lot of people who have disabilities. They have converted themselves into motivational speakers. While they have to live with the disability and the discomfort that comes with it, they have chosen to inspire other people by showing how resilient they are and how if they can do it, others can also do it. So there is an opportunity there in that adversity too. Second is psychological adversity. It's a great opportunity if somebody is suffering from some kind of mental health breakdown or some kind of psychological issue, to reflect and understand how the mind works. There's an opportunity to learn more about yourself. There's an opportunity there to understand mind management in a better way and see how you can make yourself happy by practicing the twin principles of resilience and endurance. And I think these two words are the absolute key to be able to deal with any kind of adversity. It's your ability to be resilient, it's your ability to be persistent, keep trying, and it's your ability to have endurance. Third is emotional adversity. Again, somebody is undergoing an emotional breakdown or some emotional challenge, so caused by maybe some circumstances in your life. There's an opportunity to go back and reflect on your emotions. Go back and take charge of your emotions. Emotions play a very, very significant role in the way they shape our being. Not just the health. The being is a complete holistic aspect of each person's personality. So there's an opportunity to go back and analyze which emotion is causing me more distress. And I think one of the important things here is to learn to forgive. Learn to forgive yourself and also others, because it has to begin with yourself. The reason being that if you are not able to forgive, you just carry that angst within you all the time, and it just builds up and it leads to something worse. The next is professional adversity. Somebody has had a slump in business, somebody has had a professional setback. It's important to go back and reflect on your skills. It's important to look at the areas that you need to get better at. It's really a great opportunity to go back and develop yourself and kind of do some introspection in terms of your career direction or your business direction. So there is an opportunity in that adversity also. Next is environmental adversity. Here it's an opportunity to indulge in green practices, whether as a citizen or as a professional, as an entrepreneur, whatever role you're in you may be playing in society. Yes, I do understand that we may not be significantly contributing to the overall environmental damage, but yes, we all need to take ownership for it, and somewhere we all in our own ways perhaps are contributing to it also. So again, it's an opportunity to go back and practice, do some green practices. Now I see that in a lot of hotels, they have replaced plastic bottles with those glass bottles. So they have started to take some steps towards creating a more environment friendly situation for all of us. Financial adversity, just like professional adversity, there's an opportunity for you to go back, reflect on your finances, consult a financial planner if required. Just look at what's your earning, what's your spend. Is there a way to reduce your debt or reduce your expenses, unnecessary expenses? Maybe an opportunity to reflect back on your lifestyle, what kind of changes you need to make, and then also learn about money management, acquire financial literacy, learn about how you can make more money in the right way. So I think in every adversity, there is this tremendous opportunity for self-learning and education. Then the spiritual adversity, a little difficult to define what exactly spiritual adversity means, because sometimes in life there could be a so-called spiritual crisis in our life. So it's again an opportunity to go back, reflect, seek out a spiritual mentor if required, or somebody who understands spirituality from a broader perspective. Maybe you want to look at it from a broader canvas. Spirituality can be it's very personal. So what one feels in the journey is very difficult to define. However, I think the opportunity there is to explore the various tenets and ideas that exist and not get bogged down with just with limited areas, and see what works best for you, and that is something you'll be able to figure out over a period of time. So essentially, we looked at these 7 types of adversities and how there is an opportunity for us to learn from each of those adversities, which are mainly physical adversity, psychological, emotional, professional, environmental, financial, and spiritual. Welcome to this concluding video. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me in trying to understand how to deal with adversity. It's in a world where things are changing so rapidly and things have become so uncertain. There's so much of stress around us. There's so much of achievement stress also within us. There's so much competition, so on and so forth. We are quite likely to experience adverse situations quite often in our life. So the important thing is to somewhere sort out your priorities, not get taken in by this jungle of competition. And also there is a social media jungle around us which has a huge impact on us, because you keep seeing somebody has achieved this, somebody has achieved that. There's a lot of exaggeration that's around in the environment. So you need to cope with a lot of all those factors. A lot of the external environment plays a big role and has a big impact on our life. The important thing is to be a little bit more sorted in life. And for that, you need to cut yourself off, learn meditation, be with yourself, understand yourself in a better way. And I think that's the most important thing when it comes to dealing with life overall and dealing with any kind of adversity. It's to understand yourself. Understand what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what kind of a person you are. You get into these comparison traps, life can really become extremely difficult to have a rhythm, to have a smooth rhythm, and then we will struggle. So the important thing here is to understand that life is a journey, and it will throw up a lot of challenges. It's rather very critical to practice these three things: persistence, resilience, and endurance. And I think a lot of that is required in society. A lot of people are impatient, they lack the temperament. Like I always say, in Test cricket, which is to me the ultimate form of cricket, and also in many ways an extremely evolved form for any sport, because Test cricket tests not just your skills and your abilities and your talent, it actually tests your temperament. It's your ability to go through the rough phases of life. That's what it's a metaphor. So what you experience in Test cricket is something, somewhere it mirrors life. In life, you'll go through many tough phases. It's how you put up with those tough phases which will define your persona and your character. And I think that's, and what plays a role there is your resilience, your persistence, and your endurance. So remember these three words if you want to overcome adversity in life. Essentially, persistence, be persistent, don't give up, keep trying. If one method doesn't work, try some other method. Endurance, it's your ability to stay the ground. And the third is, of course, resilience. It's your ability to keep moving on and pushing yourself ahead despite the adversities and the challenges that you come across. So thank you so much once again for being with me on this journey. Do take good care of yourself.